This is our third and final video of our tutorial for adding a new compiler to SlickEdit. In this demonstration, we'll be setting up the error parsing regular expressions so that SlickEdit can scan the output of the NQC compiler in the build window and detect any error lines. If we go to the build menu, here it says error parsing setup. On other platforms besides the Mac, this may say configure error parsing, but the menu item's in the same place and brings up the same dialog. You can see here we have our error regular expressions. We have several different categories, and each category can contain multiple expressions. The checked items are what you are currently using to parse build window output every time you kick off a build or compile command. We're going to use the regular expression evaluator to run through our test cases. So I've introduced some compiler errors in this sample file and run a couple builds and copied that text into the Regex Evaluator. I've also created this expression ahead of time, so I'll just go ahead and paste that in right now. SlickEdit uses SlickEdit syntax for these regular expressions, so we have to make sure that we have that checked. You can see how that was red before, meaning that the syntax was invalid. As long as the syntax is valid, SlickEdit will take this expression as you edit it. So we can actually go in here and make some changes. And you can see our expression doesn't match because what I was editing here was the group area that's actually looking for the line number. So $n is the SlickEdit syntax for matching a decimal number. As I make edits to the expression, it's evaluated for syntax correctness and then run against the test case area. You can see here I've been able to identify these two error lines correctly. Group number 0 in SlickEdit error parsing expressions is where SlickEdit is expecting to find the file name for the file that contains the compiler error. Group number 1 is the line number. We do not have a group number 2 in this expression because we do not have column information as part of the compiler output. So we just exclude group number 2 since we aren't actually going to be able to interpret any column numbers. And then group number 3 is the actual error message. If we hover over the positive match area here, we can see that group number 0 it was in fact the file name. Group number 1 is our line number. No group number 2, and group number 3 is the compiler error message itself. Now that we've got this expression all edited and ready to go, we can go back to our error parsing setup, and we'll just go down here. I've created this entry in NQC. I'll just edit it and show you where I did it. All it does is create a name and add the expression. I could come back in here and put in the test case and run through the validate button, but we've already validated it using the Regex Evaluator. So that's all set. I just click OK, and now if I go ahead and run my compile command, SlickEdit has found errors here, and see if I hover over this one, I've got an undefined variable. So I'll just go ahead and make that correction and rerun the compile. And SlickEdit's found two more errors. The compiler's reported 2 errors, and SlickEdit has parsed these expressions and found this. And if you'll recall from our earlier tutorial, we actually created the tag file for the NQC compiler. So I can actually see what I messed up here on, oh, it's on FWD, not on forward, so I could actually go ahead and make that correction now. And in a similar case, on reverse is on rev, and I can do a go to definition, and I can see that that is in our NQC API header file that we tagged earlier in our previous tutorial. And now we're all set. Rerun the compile command again. You can see now we have no warnings or errors, and the error markers have been cleared.